Smoke a purse so sweet with HighThoughts TV.
Y'all know what the fuck we doing, man. It's HighThoughts TV. Niggas hot in the bitch, man.
I'm smoking a purse so sweet with HighThoughts TV.
Yo, 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 it's your boy Dotto. Just had a purse so sweet with high thoughts. Yee yee. Yeah, man, Dotto is just like, it stands for drawing out the oneness. It's just something I used to go by in high school. My last name is O, my initials, is dot O. And, but overall, Dotto stands for drawing out the oneness. It's kind of like my philosophy in life. I believe that we all just draw our own oneness. We are who we are. And, that's just what I try to do in everything I do is draw out that oneness. I would say like school days, elementary days, I really think like going to school helped me see like a lot of fallacy going on. I feel like I just always felt like, nah, I would always be in trouble growing up, like just going to the principal's office for talking back or questioning, arguing with the teachers and shit. So I feel like since then I always kind of felt something. I didn't know what it was back then. I can't say I was woke in elementary, but I always felt like, there was, I felt that energy. I picked up on that shit a lot. Like, man, this teacher bullshitting, man. You're not about to talk to me stupid, or like, I'm about to push your buttons because I see what you want, and that's kind of where I guess I kind of originated it. In the early days, I grew up in the suburbs, Glen Cairn, that's where I was born and raised at Bear Creek area. And then in the middle of elementary, moved over to Cypress, over there in a nicer-ish area, it was cool. Got to see a lot of diversity there, at least, got a lot of understanding out there. So, yeah, that's where I was born and raised. Cool. I think it's good. I feel like Houston's a good place to like raise a kid. I feel like Houston's a good place to like understand a lot of different culture and understand life a little bit broader. Because as I'm getting older, we traveling more. We running into people who like never left where they from, and they kind of they move a little different. You go to a nigga way out in another side of the state, it's kind of like damn, nigga who ain't never left, they move a little funny. But in Houston, man, you get like a broader sense of the world. You get a broader sense of just a lot of shit just naturally. Going to the store, you see some shit, man, what that nigga? And then you get put on game. Oh no, he just a Haitian. He just do this. Oh, he's Nigerian. He move like that. Oh, that's just a white man. That's a Chinese people. And you just kind of see that a lot growing up in different varieties. So I think that's real cool for like a child coming up. It kind of keeps the mind a little broader and more open to shit. So I'm definitely thankful for that. I know Pac was definitely like one of the first videos I really watched. Pac and Snoop, that was like one of the first videos I really seen coming up. Um, yeah, my parents were playing a lot of Nigerian music growing up. There's a lot of just when they're cleaning up the house or something like that, they played a lot of Nigerian music. But it was really my brother who put me on to like, the Kanye West, to like the Jay-Z. He remember niggas was burning CDs and shit. Remember we used to have like the big binders of a whole bunch of different CDs, burnt CDs. Well, none of them hoes bought out of Walmart or nothing like that, but they was all burnt. But for the most part, but yeah, man, that's really why I started. It got like a lot of Zero, a lot of Lil Wayne, the 504 Squad. Like that's kind of where I really picked up on, oh shit, this is what people will do. They rap. These niggas are rapping. All right. Man, that shit just kind of happened naturally. I feel like I remember being grounded a lot. I told you like I don't used to kind of get in trouble, so I'd have to be in my room. And I remember like hearing Pac, hearing shit like that, and that shit really resonated with me. And I would just try to like kind of almost rewrite, shit similar to what I was hearing. And then it kind of developed from I don't want to say copying songs, but you gotta trace something before you can draw your own picture. You know what I'm saying? So I remember like doing shit like that. Even listening to like little Bow Wow and shit. I remember seeing Bow Wow and being like, "Damn nigga, like, all right, this young nigga doing it. All right, see Pac, this nigga Wild and doing it. All right, bet. Let me see how I can." So that's kind of where like the vision like first created, or the first conception kind of began. Nah, that's definitely where it began. Like we was always trying to talk some shit, man. Pac definitely instilled that. Like it was almost like Pac said, "Nah, nigga, this is what you got to do. If you gonna do this rap shit, you gotta, you know what I'm saying? Talk your shit and don't give a fuck." And he really gave that "I don't give a fuck, be who you are, say what you want to say" energy, and I could definitely fuck with that. So that's definitely it. That's where it began, and I knew growing up how I grew up, I'm not from the streets. I'm not no hood nigga, nothing like that. So I already knew, like, damn, I ain't got no murder shit to be talking about, no drug shit to be talking about. But what I do know and what I understand about life, I don't move like a lot of my other people, like in my school moved, or I don't move how a lot of other individuals that I would just regularly hang out with move. So shit, I'm gonna talk about what I do, talk about in my circle or just to myself. You know, I used to go by KO, like way back in elementary. I used to go by KO. Man, I don't even remember the rap, bro. I don't remember how it went because it was so long ago. I got too many notebooks now. But damn, I just remember it. Or I think about Lil K.O. Lil K.O. about to break down the house. I don't even know. I remember something about a roof coming in. I don't know. But but yeah, man, that's funny. That's one line I definitely remember. Being in tune with everything is everything, man. Like that's the point of being out in this bitch, you know, to be in tune with it all. But you know, a lot of that started just at a young age. My father's very he's very, you know, wise. He's very he understands spirituality. So that, you know, being able just to hear the little things he would say. He never pushed this on any of us growing up, but he would just always say real shit. You know, just make you kind of think like and it'd be like, you know, real simple shit. You know, just some shit he'll always say is just like never hate nobody. You know, love all the time. You know, just love. Never hate nobody, because when you hate somebody, you kill them immediately. But you know, so you know, never say you hate somebody like that. You know what I'm saying? So little shit like that. You know, he's always just dropping little gems. My uncle calls him an unknown philosopher, but I feel like that's kind of where that began. Just hearing little shit like that. And yeah, man, I think that's where it just naturally began. But I didn't really tap into the spirituality for real, probably till middle of college and shit, when I started learning more about like Christianity. I don't even talk about real spiritual shit, just more like Christianity and understanding God and that connection. That was probably like my college year days. And then from there, that's whenever I started diving in even, you know, a little bit deeper, trying to figure out about black history. And I'm Nigerian, so my African roots and shit like that. So yeah, man, that's kind of where that began. You know, I spend a lot of time alone, you know what I'm saying? I kind of be in my own zone, like, all the time. Especially in them college days, you know, I lived off of campus. I was always in my own show. Went to school, went right back to the medical center in San Antonio and was in there just chilling. And I feel like it starts with the questions. So like anybody knows, if you like trying to go down a religious walk, you trying to do anything, you question a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? Is this real? What's that really mean? You know what I'm saying? You start watching videos and this nigga start talking about this and that nigga talking about that. Then I read some shit and it's like, oh, whoa, that kind of piece up. It don't sound like what I was originally told, but it makes sense though, and it grasp my mind a little deeper. But you know, so when it starts to get hold of the mind, it's kind of like that whole wants to clench all the way through, you know. But you have to allow it to clench, you know what I'm saying? And that's the process. So that's kind of when I realized, like, oh man, something's hitting my head, something's grabbing my head when I'm watching all these random shit, and I'm like, okay, and it's starting to piece shit together. So as the years go on, you know, it's a life process. That whole don't ever fully clench, but you know, you just kind of understand the whole roundabout of it. I remember there was a time my brother challenged me, and I brought it up to him. I don't know if you remembered or not, but there was a time he was just like, I think he saw me. He'd always see me writing. He asked me, he was like, all right, we gonna write about. I forgot some topic. He's like, all right, I'm gonna go to my room and write some shit. You go to your room and write some shit, and then like maybe we was in there for like an hour, 30 minutes, however long. We both came back out, and we just rapped it to each other or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It was nothing serious. It was just brother shit. But I remember at that point it was cool. 'Cause I was like, oh damn, my brother is like, he's almost like combating me or challenging me. So that kind of, that was like the first time I was really like, So yeah, that's one early memory I remember. I also remember I used to talk to my older sister when she used to live at the house. I'd make a song. We used to have a stereo. I'd bring the stereo in the room with the CD player. My cousin Wally G. No, Phantom G. Sorry, that's what he went by, Phantom G at the time. He gave me like a book full of instrumentals. I would take it to my sister and just be like, "Hey, I wrote this song," and rap it to her straight like this, and just, she would critique me. So that's kind of like, we did that like a lot, when I was growing up. I was doing, like, I'm talking about since elementary, like all those years, we did that shit a lot. So that was cool, man. That was always something that kind of helped me stay grounded a little bit, helped me stay like pushing, having that support. But then going to the studios, that was in San Antonio. When I was in San Antonio, I would drive all the way to San Marcos. Actually, I never even really recorded in San Antonio. I forgot how I got linked up with dude, but I think I knew somebody from like a show. He told me about a dude that he recorded with. Quality was straight, and it was like my first time for real. So I just whatchamacallit, used to make that drive 45 minutes, make that drive, book a couple hours, and just after class, skip class, fuck it, and just go record out there. My boy Jay Flash, shout out Jay Flash, man, out there in San Marcos. Yeah, good dude. That's where that started, man. A lot of rough days, a lot of rough times. That was my first time in a real studio. It's been a blessing, bro. It's really given me time to like sit back and relax, sit back and like reflect, sit back and nurture the craft and like reevaluate what this shit mean to me. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like you go through phases as you do this shit. The same thing of like how you seen it ain't the same from like 15 to 25. You know what I'm saying? It's a different way. So it really allowed me to sit back and be like, all right, bro, what do we want out of this? How do we want to move in this? You know what I'm saying? We got to think a little bit more. It's not just for fun like that no more. When you were young, when you're 15, it's for fun, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like literally. But now I'm getting grown, so it's like, all right, bro, how you looking at this shit? And so we just went to work. And then, that's what about these bars, that was really good. That was good for me to like put them reps in and really like, put something out there. Fuck it how it sounds. Fuck it if you fuck with it. Don't fuck with it. Like, shit, I'm just about to put these hoes out. And that's what I did there. Then went on to we put like a little team together. We got niggas, we was working, bro. Getting videos together, getting, yeah, bro, just lining shit up. We just try to line shit up, you know what I'm saying? Because before I would do shit kind of willy-nilly. I would just kind of like, it sound good, it feel good, fuck it, let's run it. But now it's like, nah, bro, put that shit together right, you know what I'm saying? Like, take that time. Don't be afraid. Don't feel like you losing time to take the time to, like, put your shit together. So that was kind of like a mental thing I had to go through. But the 2020 allowed me to do that. It allowed me to, like, sit back and really conjure those things up in my head and think about that, bounce it off of people. Taught me how to work with people, taught me taught me a lot of shit, man. So I'm thankful for 2020. It's opened my eyes to a lot of shit, helped me see who motherfuckers are, helped me see, like, helped me see straight. 2020 vision, no doubt. Like, I'm able to see through a lot of bullshit. So I'm thankful. Oh, yeah, that back on my shit, man. I feel like a lot of the projects that's going to be on this upcoming tape, man, it's like, it's all about a mentality. You know what I'm saying? The project is going to be called The Reminder. And for me personally, it's something for me personally, but I also feel like it's something that people, if they allow it to, can be something like for them to also look back on. For me, I know there's going to be a point 2 years from now, 3 years from now, and I feel like just something about 2020, man, just this time, bro, it sparks something. I feel like in a lot of people had random encounters, random conversations, random enlightenment, random things just kind of manifesting and happening. So I just feel like, everything like back on my shit, on the way up, the whole tape is really about mentality, you know what I'm saying? It's all about a place that we put our mind at to where it needs to be, bro, because sometimes we stray off course. So that's why I call it The Reminder, because I need something. One day I might be in a slump, you know what I'm saying? I might just put that bitch on, like, oh yeah, bro, remember whenever it was tough? Remember them days it was rocky, nigga, and the world was shut the fuck down, and you know what I'm saying? And this is like the accumulation of what I feel like the mentality has to be through this and coming out of it, you know what I'm saying? Gotta be back on your shit. Gotta be on the way up. Got a track called No Off Days. You got a track, you gotta stay on the mission, you know what I'm saying? This shit is do or die, you know what I mean? So it's like, for me personally, it's just like that's the mentality, especially when you don't got it like that. I don't got, big backing. I don't got, everything's just straight off of how we moving. So yeah, bro, this is just a reminder. Oh, man. That bird was coming for your ass. I don't know what the fuck was happening. Shit. Damn. You ever seen that movie Birds? This nigga just got hit by a bird, bro. This nigga PJ. This nigga PJ. Expect a dope little project from me that's gonna bump from top to bottom. It's gonna make you feel some shit. You know what I'm saying? Get ready for some more visuals. Also get ready for my Patreon. Y'all need to look out on my Patreon. My Patreon, that shit pretty tight. If you fuck with my music, you fuck with how I move, that Patreon is really gonna give you a better in-depth vision and version of who I am and what I do, and you know my insight on shit, and just life. You know, I think that's pretty tight. Post unreleased music on there. Got some behind-the-scene videos, like whenever we was in Austin. I got some shit. I got some behind-the-scene Freaka Leak shit. You know, behind-the-scene video for back on my shit and on the way up. So you know, go through, check that hoe out, and just you know, fuck with the kid. Right, man. Yeah, exactly, bro. That's what I was about to kind of say too. It's like that ego is like some people can let that ego get too big, but sometimes people cannot have enough ego. You know, like some people like cause I feel like you need to extract some of that ego. You need to be able to like pull that out of you. You know, that real I of you and that ego. But so also it's like you can't let it get to your head. That can't be the only thing you are like using to like dictate or standardize what you're trying to do. Like if you only basing it off of ego and not like morality and not like, you know, common sense, common law between man, you know, you just stuck on your ego like, nah, nigga, this shit good for me and my bubble over here, this how we rocking, nigga, shit, I'm good, I don't give a fuck this nigga, I step on him, I don't give a shit. If you step on a nigga and not care, spit on a nigga, don't care, kill a nigga, don't care, bro, that's a whole different ego trip, I think. You know, for me personally, I feel like the ego is to be acknowledged. The ego is to like be maintained and used for sure. We all got to use our ego, but just don't be blinded and only be led by the ego. You know. So yeah, I think the ego's tight. Just don't let that bitch overrun your ass. Just don't let that bitch rule you. Shit, man. You know, just keep following the kid, bro. You know, keep fucking with Dotto. You know, we out here. We a brand. We a movement. We got a lot of shit coming. Shout out to HighThoughts. Appreciate y'all boys for everything y'all done did for the kid throughout the years, man. You know, we just out here. Just keep expecting good things and blessings to you guys. I hope if you watch this whole thing that many blessings are sent to you. I pray that you keep grinding. I pray that, you know, God continues to show you the way, shows you the light, and I love you. Right, late night studio sessions, long car rides, flights, nigga. Yeah, all the Airbnbs, lakes, bitches, bottles, nigga. Strip clubs, nigga. They ain't gonna get that one, but but yeah, nigga. Pause, hard pause, yeah. But nah, exactly. Nigga. Nah, bro, this shit was it's been an experience, man. It's been a real trip, you know what I'm saying? It's been a good journey. I'm thankful for all the experiences we done been through and that we done had. You know, many more to come for sure.